All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another section, which is going to be the final section for this particular module. So in this part, we are going to be doing a key takeaways of what we have been doing and discussing so far, and this is going to be summary of testing, SEO, speed, publishing, and monitoring for optimal website performance. So in this particular section, we are going to be talking about the key takeaways that you should take from this particular module. So without much further ado, let's get started. So the first thing, the key areas to test before launch. So the first thing is that there are some key areas you need to test before launching your website. So the first one is the page functionality. So if you are building a website that is going to be multi-pages, you should check that all pages load and the links work actually fine as it's meant to be. So if you notice that the page is not loading or the link is not going to where it's meant to be, so you should try to fix that before you launch your website. So then the second one is the button and the form testing. So if you are using a button or a button on your website, maybe as a CTA, you should ensure that when the user click on the button, it's taking them to where it's meant to take them to be. And also for form testing, you should validate interactions and form submissions. So you should ensure that if a user click on submit after typing all of their information, then the form is been submitted successfully and it's also been sent to the right places after the form submission. So these are all the key areas to test before launching your website. Then the feature verification is whether you test everything that is on your website, whether it is the sliders, the media, dynamic content such as the post, product, and other CMS, other content management system, that the features that you're using on your website. You should always ensure that you test all of those features before you launch your website. Now, when you are done with the key areas to test before launching, the next part we are going to talk about is the optimizing SEO for search rankings. So this is part of the key takeaways that you need to also take note in this particular module. And the first one is keyword research. So when you're posting on your website, maybe you have something like a post in the content management system. So you target relevant iterary keywords so that you boost your website ranking. Then the next one is on page SEO. We've already talked about how you can do that in the previous video. So you might want to check back on our previous video on how to do that. So this is where you optimize your website titles, your meta descriptions, your headers such as your page title, and all of those on your website. Then the next part when it comes to SEO is quality content. So when you are posting content, always ensure that they are of high quality and not the thin content. So as high quality enable you to engage users with valuable information. So we also talk about backlinks, whereby you earn authoritative links for credibility. So you can always refer, you can include resources to authoritative websites when posting a particular information. We talked about how to do that in our previous video on CMS. So you might want to check that on how to include backlinks in your website. So when you're done with that, then the next part is the mobile responsiveness. A lot of people actually use their mobile to access the internet, which is quite very important for you to ensure that your website is highly mobile responsive by making sure that you're using a team that is mobile responsive. So the first thing that you need to know is that you should make user experience friendly for your mobile visitor. So this is where you ensure that there is easy navigation on various screen size, whether they are using desktop, they are using tablets, or they are using mobile. And the mobile can be different mobile devices. So always ensure that it is easier for your visitors to navigate on various screen sizes. And mobile responsiveness also have a lot of SEO benefits, as Google prioritize mobile friendly sites over a website that is not mobile friendly. Then the steps before you publish your website, then you check final content review. This is where you check the accuracy and consistency of your content. So if there is something missing or there is inconsistency, you might want to fix that before publishing your website. Then there is the performance testing, whereby you verify the page load of your website and responsiveness. In the previous video, we already shown you how to use tools like Google PageSpeed Insights to check how fast your website loads and how to fix some of those issues that is preventing your website from loading fast. And then the security audit is where you confirm SSL, secure socket layer, of your website and protection measures, especially when your website have to deal with collecting sensitive information, such as if it's an e-commerce website where users need to enter their card information to make payment online, or users need to sign up on your website in order to see all of the products that they have ordered so far and also be able to track their products. So it is highly recommended that you put some protections on ground to ensure that your website is it does not fall into compromise. And now the final part after launching your website is monitoring analytics post launch. So when after you launch your website, you can include Google Analytics tracking on your website. So to enable you to optimize your website for that, with analytics, you are able to track clicks, time, and bounce rates, thereby noticing and thereby be able to study user behavior on your website and also be using the data to optimize your website for that. But always ensure that your website is GDPR compliant if you are going to be including that in your website. Then there is the performance metrics. This is where you monitor the load times and error of your website and fix it as it happens. And if you are having any issues trying to do this on your Appmint website, feel free to visit Appmint official website, then go to the contact us page and the support team will help you to on how to fix all of those things. Then there is the continuous improvement whereby you use data to optimize content and design on your website. Now having done all of that, now there is the key assessment for you. So I intentionally blur the answer on this page so that you can be able to answer the question by yourself. But if you would like to see the full answer, the full screen of the full answer to all of these questions, then you can simply send a comment on this particular video, or if you are watching this from Appmint LMS, then a document is going to be attached that consists of the answers to this particular question. So the first question is what to test before launch. So before you launch your website, what are the 3 things that you need to you should keep at least 3 things that you need to test before launching your website. Then the second question is, how do you optimize SEO on your website? That is search engine optimization. How do you optimize your website for search engine? So you should also give at least 3 answers on these as well. Then the third question is going to be, what are the role of mobile responsiveness when it comes to your website? So you should also give at least 2 answers to these as well. So this is, and the last question for this particular assessment is, how does CDN, that is Content Delivery Network, improve page speed? We've talked about CDN also in our previous video on this particular module. So you should also give at least 3 answers based on how CDN improves page speed. And this is where we are going to stop for the for this particular module, as this is the key takeaways from this particular module. So if you have any questions as regards the module, feel free to leave a comment or visit Appmint official website and send a message to the support, and you get response as soon as possible. So I'm going to be seeing you in the next module, and until then, bye.